July 1518. The air in Strasbourg is thick with heat and hunger. Suddenly, a woman steps into the square. Her body shakes violently, limbs flailing like a broken marionette. No music, no festival, just pure, terrifying movement. Within days, dozens join her. Within weeks, hundreds of people are caught in a nightmare. They dance until their feet are raw, until their hearts give out, until death finally stops them. No music, no control, just pure terror. Welcome to history's strangest epidemic, the dancing plague of 1518. A real-life horror story where an entire town was trapped in a nightmare they couldn't wake up from. What caused it? A curse, poison, or something even stranger? Let's find out. Meet Frau Trophia, a regular housewife in the 16th century, Strasbourg. No history of mental illness, no reason to dance. But one July afternoon, she stepped outside and couldn't stop moving. Witnesses said her movements were unnatural, spasmodic, desperate. Not a single smile, just fear. For 6 days she danced alone. No sleep, no rest, just endless, agonizing motion. Then others joined. First her neighbors, then strangers. By August, the streets were packed with 400 people caught in the same terrifying trance. These weren't performers. They were ordinary people. Bakers, tailors, even children, trapped in bodies that wouldn't obey them. City officials were confused. Medieval medicine had no explanation for this. So they turned to the only logic they had. If people couldn't stop dancing, maybe they needed to. Dance more? Yes, seriously. They cleared public squares, hired professional dancers, even built stages, thinking the afflicted could dance the sickness out. Predictably, it backfired. The more space they gave, the worse the frenzy grew. Next came the church's solution, demonic possession. They banned music, forced dancers into red shoes, a symbol of penance, and marched them to shrines. Some were even exorcised, but still the dancing continued. Historical records describe scenes straight from a horror film. Dancers foaming at the mouth, screaming for help while their legs kept moving, feet so bloody their shoes turned red, without dying. Some collapsed from exhaustion, only to wake up and start again. Others danced until their ribs cracked from exertion. At least 15 people died per day at the peak. But here's the chilling part. Many begged to be stopped. They knew something was wrong, but their bodies weren't theirs anymore. One account reads, they cried for God's mercy, but their limbs moved as if pulled by invisible strings. Strasbourg wasn't alone. For centuries, Europe was haunted by dancing mania. In 1374, along the Rhine River, thousands danced until they dropped, believing they were cursed by a saint. In Italy, tarantism struck victims, who thought spider bites forced them to dance. Spoiler, no spiders were involved. Some outbreaks lasted months. The common thread? Times of extreme suffering, famine, plague, war. It seems when life became unbearable, people's minds and bodies broke in eerily similar ways. Today, scientists have 3 leading theories. First, ergot poisoning. A fungus on moldy rye contains LSD-like compounds. But critics say it wouldn't cause synchronized dancing. Second, mass psychogenic illness, a fancy term for stress-induced hysteria. Strasbourg was drowning in poverty and fear. Could collective trauma manifest as physical symptoms? Absolutely. The third theory, a religious cult using dance as protest. But why would they dance to death? The truth, no single explanation fits. Maybe it was all 3, a perfect storm of poison, panic, and belief. Think this is just medieval weirdness? Ever heard of social contagion? Ever seen a viral challenge spread like wildfire? Or a crowd panic over nothing? It's why TikTok challenges go viral. Why crowds panic during crises. Or why there was a toilet paper shortage during 2020. Stress plus superstition equals chaos. Today, we blame algorithms or anxiety. Back then, demons. But the lesson's the same. Under pressure, humans break in surreal ways. That social contagion, the same force that fueled the dancing plague. Under enough stress, humans copy each other, even into self-destruction. In 1518, it was dancing. The lesson? Fear is contagious, and in the right or wrong conditions, history's strangest outbreaks could happen again. So next time you join a trend, or get swept up in a crowd, remember Strasbourg. The dancing plague wasn't just medieval madness. It was a warning about the power of belief, fear, and the human mind. Next time you see a viral dance trend, remember Strasbourg, because history's quirks aren't just about the past, they're about us. How we cope with fear, how stories spread, how easily a single spark can ignite madness. The dancing plague teaches us the human mind is powerful, fragile, and utterly unpredictable. So next time you feel like busting a move in the town square, maybe just don't. Unless you want to start the next great unsolicited flash mob of doom. If you enjoyed this wild ride through history's weirdest dance craze, hit like. Want more bizarre stories? Subscribe so you don't miss the next time history loses its mind. And remember, don't follow your neighbor's questionable dance moves. Thanks for watching.